Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That piece of music there was me exploiting what I think of as the rather lovely, beautiful sounding attributes, the rolling, the lyrical, the flowing kind of nature of something called a compound time signature. And that's what we're about today, because today's Wednesday and we're all about rhythms on a Wednesday. Understanding rhythms, counting rhythms, even learning what they look like written down a little bit. So I'll tell you what, without further ado, here's some information on what was going on in terms of the rhythm in that piece of music.
Here is the explanation.
Okay, so 6/8 time is another one of these triplet-based things. We've looked at triplets in the past. What is a triplet? First of all, quick recap. A triplet is what you get when you play each beat and divide it by 3. So if I just put on a metronome here, we'll do this at a civilized speed of 70 beats per minute. You can hear the metronome is going like this. There we go. And triplets are simply what we get when we divide each one of those beats by 3 even divisions. So that would be and the key thing is that you've got to have an even division of the beat. I once remember a conversation with a bass player I was playing with many moons ago, and he thought that anything where you played a beat divided by 3 somehow was a triplet, and he would classify this as a triplet where he's going like this. And yes, there are 3 things happening per beat, but they're not triplets because they're not evenly spaced. And there's the clue, evenly. Just say the word evenly on each beat and you've got triplets. Like this. Evenly, 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 evenly. That is what you get with a triplet. If you just play the first and last note in each group of 3, then you get what we call a swing or shuffle rhythm, like this. And what we get with triplets, where everything is played as a triplet, where every beat in every bar of the music is played as a triplet, we get what's called a compound time signature. And the most commonplace one of these is where we're playing 6/8, which means that there are 6 eighth notes per bar. And it's kind of like you've got a bar with 2 beats in it, and each beat is divided into 3 eighth notes. And 6/8 would sound like this. And, you know, where have you heard that kind of thing? Well, this little classic from the 90s might jog a few memories. Okay, I won't put the next chord in because then it's getting possibly going to get copyrighted. But, you know, Everybody Hurts by R.E.M., 6/8 time. Let's take a little bit of a look at what 6/8 time, which is a compound time signature. Let's have a look at what that looks like written down. So here's a little bit of the tab that accompanies today's video, and you can see that we have eighth notes. We know that they are eighth notes because it's well, that's the symbol for an eighth note. We can see it up there, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them per bar. And if we just take a little bit of a listen to those couple of bars there, I'll solo this, and we've got a count in there that's going to go like this. Yeah, we don't want that. We want this. Like that. So that's in its essence what 6/8 time looks like written down, but obviously some of those eighth notes can be broken down into 16th notes, or some can be added together to create quarter notes. And let's have a little bit of a look for that. So hey, let's have a look at these 2 bars here, bars 10 and 11. We can see that we've got a half note there. Well, simple arithmetic tells us that a half is worth 4/8. So you play that note there at the 5th fret on the second string for a count of 4. And then we can see that it's tied to this 8th note here. So that'll be 8th note number 5 in that bar. So effectively this note here lasts for a count of 5. And then this 7th fret note, this F sharp with a little grace note kind of hammer on into it, is happening on beat 6. So if I just play that, we should be able to hear what that sounds like. I'll try and count along with it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get that? Let's do it at half speed. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then this bar here, again, we'll keep it at half speed. We can see we've got a half note, which is worth 4/8. So that's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. This 8th note here is number 5. This one is number 6. So let's have a listen to this. Again, I'll try and count along with it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So that is what 8th notes or 6/8 time looks like. That's what it sounds like. When you get just the odd occasional little triplet in a bar, then we just call it a triplet. When you're playing a piece of music which is in triplets, but the first and the last triplet in each beat is played, but the middle one is kind of absent, we call that a shuffle. When every beat in every bar of the piece of music is divided into a triplet, then it's just more convenient and more neat and less cluttered when you write it out to describe it as being in 6/8 or its close cousin 12/8 time. You'll see sometimes the same piece of music being written out, like Parisian Walkways, for example. There's another one in 6/8 time. You know, you'll see that written out by some transcribers in 6/8. Others will transcribe it in 12/8. It's just, you know, basically the same kind of thing, just a different way of writing it out, in essence. So that's it. That's compound time signatures, 6/8 time, 12/8 time, triplet-based rhythms. I don't think there's anything more I need to cover on these now, but, you know, let me know if there is. Anyway, now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it.
And now, a message from our sponsor.
Hello chaps, I just want to butt in here for a second to let you know that if you're enjoying these videos, you can get them weeks, if not months in advance by signing up for the Tier 2 level of my Patreon membership. Tier 1 at $3 a month gets you access to the tabs and jam tracks and so on that accompany the YouTube videos when they go out on YouTube. But if you can't wait and you want early access, Tier 2 is what you need. $6 a month, you get early access to the videos and any associated tabs and so on. Plus you also get a twice monthly at the moment, although I'm looking to make it a little bit more frequent, Zoom hangout with me and the other Tier 2 chaps. If you're not interested in an ongoing financial regular commitment each month, then fear not, you can also purchase individual pieces of content, a tab or a jam track or anything like that for $3 a pop. No ongoing commitment, no nothing. You can just buy it and it's yours to keep. And I think that's covered everything, so that's the shilling done with. Now back to the show. So hopefully that explains everything. Now you know what compound time signatures are, 6/8, 12/8, and you'll even sometimes find 9/8 time. I might do a video on that as a separate kind of thing at some point. We'll see. Hope you've enjoyed the video today, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. And of course, don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time, where we drink beer and chat because it's 5 p.m. and it's Friday, basically. It is a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. A massive thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon and in any of the other ways that are all linked down in the description. But that's it for today. I'm out of here. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.